Shalom, everybody. Shalom l'kulam. This video accompanies the second lesson that we had. There was a couple of you who weren't able to be there, and then I know that there is much need for extra helps, just because the beginning of Hebrew is always difficult and foggy, as I mentioned. We didn't go over this in class, homework-wise, so now that we're beginning to learn some vowels, you can kind of infer the vowel markings here. But we're going to do this at the end. And first, I want to draw attention to, yes. I sent you guys an attachment with chapter 2 from Learning Biblical Hebrew with Carl Kutz and Rebecca Josberger, some friends of mine. I piloted their textbooks, their curriculum, and visited them at their home institution way back in the day. So anyways, let's go through the vowels just so you are all up to speed. And again, what I'm basically doing here is I'm substituting each one of these boxes, let's say, is going to be the letter bet. Okay, so we're gonna say ba, be, bi, bo, boo. But here you're not going to be able to see a letter because it's a sort of like placeholder for any of the consonants, right? So if there's a mem there, it would be ma. If there's a bet there, it would be ba. These vowels will always be underneath the consonants, okay? So here we have a, e, o, u. Those are the short vowels of the A class, I class, and U class. And then the long vowels, this one's a little bit tricky. I'll explain this more in depth, that essentially you use the same sign to refer to a long ah sound and a short aw sound, okay? And then we have A. I call that the snake bite. A and E. Chirik yod is the longer form of I. And then we have O, the cholem. O with a vav with a little, you can think of like, he has a light bulb over his head. He's got a bright idea and he goes, oh, right? Or sometimes it's without the cholem vav, and it's just the cholem. And then we have something called the shurek. I in class mentioned that it's like he's getting punched in the stomach and goes ooh. Okay, so ooh, like rule. Yes, I am in my bed at home because I got food poisoning or something yesterday. Not bueno. Let's see here. So that's the description of the sounds the vowels make. Here I introduced a shva, which is essentially like a placeholder, okay? And I'm also going to be sending you guys a PDF of this here. My chickens got out. So let's see here. Yep. The shva is essentially a placeholder where there's no vowel, but sometimes you do vocalize it, similar to the E in severe or the A in maroon. It's kind of like a little blip, a little bump there. Milachim. I passed out something very much like this. You'll see this also in chapter 2 that I'm sending out here, the shva rules. So here they are. The shva, if it's under the first consonant of the word, it's a vocal. So you have a mem here and then a shva, so it's m, la, chim. If it's in the middle of the word, if it's after a long vowel, it's going to be pronounced. It's vocalized. Yelechu. If it's after a short vowel, and this is where learning the difference between short and long vowels is necessary, then it basically closes the consonant or the syllable. I keep saying that. Closes the syllable structure. So here you have consonant, vowel, consonant, and that closes that syllable. So it's a closed syllable. This is an open syllable, an open syllable, and an open syllable. Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. Now I know that a shva is not actually a vowel, but you pronounce it. So yelechu. This is consonant, vowel, consonant. So that's closed. Mam, la, open, cha. Okay, so these are the shva rules. Learn them well. And then there's a lot of discussion about different areas, what the shva is. And then we move on to the dagesh. So a dagesh, lene, if you like Italian or music, right? Lene and forte. A dagesh lene is a weak or a soft doubling dot. I just refer to them, like Carl does, as a begad kafat dot. That's what I've always done, because it explains the function of this thing. You're going to find it in the begad kafat letters, okay? To juxtapose, to compare and contrast, the dagesh forte, or the strong dagesh. Dagesh just means emphasis in Hebrew, but really just think dot, right? This is a doubling dot, all right? So a doubling dot essentially doubles the consonant, and then you might ask, well, okay, how does that work? So what happens here, it never ends. It never ends. Hello, Michael, I'm on a work call. Can I call you back? Okay, yeah, I'll get him. Bye-bye. A very concerned neighbor about my chickens across the street. Okay, so what happens here is the consonant essentially breaks into two, right? So it's yis, se, du, all right? I'll explain that more in class, but what I'd like to do now is I want to go through a couple of these. I handed this out in class. If you weren't there, of course, you didn't get it. But let's go through a couple of these examples, because they're going to explain, or at least show you a little bit more, hold on, I wanted to show you the composite shva. I forget where they get into the composite shva. Hello? Well, I can explain as we go. Okay, this right here, I'm going to zoom in. You have the aleph, so you kind of look through the aleph to the vowel point. That is a patach shva. It's a composite shva. So it's a short ah sound. Adama, adama. That is ground or earth. And you'll note that it is very similar to Adam, right? Adam, from the Adama. From dust you were taken, to dust you return. And then we have a, ha, va. Okay, a, so consonant, vowel. This consonant, the aleph, has no consonantal value of its own, so to speak. So it's a, ha, short, va, long. Ahava. Yes. Thank you very much. Notice what happens here. Here we have a consonant b, and then a. That's a long vowel. B, a, ba, and then we have this re. That is going to be pronounced because it comes after a long vowel. Barechu. Okay? Here we have these are both begad kafet dots because they're in a b, g, d, right? Same thing here. This is a begad kafet dot. Darchi, sorry. Darchi. Notice this is barechu. So it's like a long vowel kind of spreads itself out and makes an open syllable. Barechu. So that you have to pronounce the shva here. You have to vocalize it. Whereas the patach is a short vowel, so the short vowel kind of wants comfort, right? It wants to wants an enclosure. So it closes itself in a closed consonant. Dar chi, or dar ki rather. All of these are Hebrew words, like I said. Barechu, they blessed. Dar ki, my way, or my road, my path. Let's do one more. Here you go. Here's a tet, tov, tov, and that is just consonant vowel because the vav is being used as a vowel because you can see remember the bright idea. Oh, cholem tov. That means good. All right, I gotta end this and round up my chickens. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.